Welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Another day to talk about a fascinating, gorgeous crystal. I've just got a collection down here on the floor. Been working on them now for a couple of weeks now. They're gorgeous, and let's get straight into it, shall we? Let's get going. Let's talk about this great crystal. Let me show it you first, and let me get a screenshot. Hey, there you go. Look at them. So welcome to Pink Tourmaline. Isn't it gorgeous? So you've got your natural and you've got your polished. Absolutely gorgeous. Both amazing crystals. So let me show you. There you go. There you go. It's sweetie time. Look, it's a candy bar. I'm going to go to the candy shop. Look. Gorgeous. Okay, so, and then I'll just show you some exquisite pieces as well. Look, yummy, yummy, beautiful. This one. Yes, lovely jubbly. So, I worked with this piece and I didn't know what it was for many months. I got it given as a gift when I first started and loved it. It kind of broke a little bit here and there, but I just loved it, and I loved working with it with children. I had a fascinating, probably about 3 months working with kids, and it was due to one child who was extremely sick, ill and depressed. Anyway, this child came with a mum, and I gave mum healing first, which was a shock to the mum, but that needed to happen. And then I worked on this lovely little child. I think he was around about 9, something like that. And he was a gorgeous sensitive. And as we did the healing and I worked with him on different matters, he got stronger and stronger, and every time I used to take this crystal out on the healing session and lay it on the heart and just let it do its work. Pink Tourmaline does its work on the heart very well. It has an energetic frequency of comfort. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel secure, and that's one of the things that I love about it. Now, the dual energy of this, the mother stone, which is the white, and then the pink together work really well. It enhances the energy of love. Is predominantly what it is. That's why it's on the heart. That's why it works best just here on the heart energy. So what I noticed with this little boy is every time he came, he smiled more. So this crystal brings out a lot of happiness and joy. It starts to awaken you to everything that you forgot about and lost. And normally the darkness, the fear, the worry, the anxiety seems to disappear. So I found that I gave him my piece at the very end, which was probably about 18 months. It took about 18 months because things can take a long time if you've been traumatized as a child. Anyway, he got this piece. It was probably the size of a strawberry, and for some reason I couldn't find out what it was, and I wasn't really that bothered. So and this used to work alongside black tourmaline as well. Hang on. So for instance, these two together worked really well. So should I say what it was? Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody would know, but he lost his sister. So they were twins, but they were there's twins, and then there's twins which are identical twins, right? So you can imagine the suffering of the years that losing part of you. So the black tourmaline against the pink tourmaline would work really well together. So what I would do is I would put the black tourmaline, because I did have a long piece as well, and I did have a couple of chunky pieces. I'd put them in the hand of the little boy, and the pink tourmaline would sit on the heart, and I'd give the healing session. And I always knew that the pain, the suffering that would clear would end up being part of the grief process, and the strengthening of the heart would be the pink tourmaline. So I would often work on the head, on the heart, and sometimes on the stomach, depending. This was more of grief, energy, and trauma. So I don't want to sway too much on black tourmaline. You all know I love it, but pink tourmaline has this great energy, and it's like a blasting frequency is constant as well, and sometimes you can feel it more than others. That feeling, you feel like that when you wear it. If you're going through a process of detox, spiritual detox, traumatic pain, deep-rooted issues, especially if it's to do with the heart, if it's involved with the heart energy. So I never charged the mother or the child ever, because it was an affair of the heart, and things like that never did I charge. So it was always important to me that they would come often, and I would be able to see the process of, is this working? I can honestly say with my hand on my heart that pink tourmaline is one of the most beautiful crystals for children to help them over grief, whether it's losing their mum, their sister, their brother, a dog, whether it's their grandma, if they've been in the experience of losing somebody they love. I would suggest that this is probably one of the most powerful crystals you can give them to help ease their pain and strengthen them back up to some kind of balance. I mean, I've always said this, you don't really heal when you love somebody you love. You just become used to it. You just get used to it, and life changes. But with this crystal, I can definitely say it eases your pain far quicker, and you will overcome, and you will become stronger than those painful thoughts that you have. So in theory, the thought of us losing somebody comes down into the heart. That grief energy needs to be taken away, because if not, then it can sit in the rest of the body and cause real psychological and physical issues. So pink tourmaline is that crystal that I would choose for deep-rooted pain of losing someone you love. There's also another side to pink tourmaline that I'd like to talk about, and that is the power that it has in many different ways. One of the ways that I always used to like to use tourmaline is take it out and rub it on my temples, and that seemed to help me feel far more positive when I was feeling a little bit off. Sometimes we're off balance. We don't know why. We can't put our finger on it, but today is not such a good day. Pink tourmaline just across the temples, both sides. Before you go to sleep, just lay it on your temple for a while, and it just seems to help. It just seems to help. My clients used to come, and sometimes they were a little bit off, and I could see they're a bit off. I don't know whether it was anger, I didn't ask them, but every time I laid them down, I would put a piece of tourmaline, pink tourmaline, on the side of their temple, and after the healing session, I could see so quickly that it would relieve all of those issues. So it kind of opens and clears a lot of negativity away from you. I did say that it's best to leave on sitting on the heart chakra. I really believe that. It's great for any kind of child that is very, very sensitive. Anything else? It works really well with black tourmaline. Anything else? I think that's predominantly how I would use it if I'm using it. If I'm like fully working as a healer again, it would always be there on my tool table, and it would be there for children who have suffered with trauma. Let me tell you this, if you have suffered with trauma and you're older, it will still work equally as well. But all I'm telling you is what I remember most about this crystal. Of course, I healed many people in many different ways. That's it. I hope this video serves you well. I hope you can support your local crystal store. By the way, the polished is no different from the natural. They're both equal, the same. It's just that the polished is far more difficult to break than this, because this chips very quickly, like black tourmaline. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all when it chips. But yeah, like I said, if you've got a piece like this and it's been polished, then that's going to last a long, long time and stay in that particular colour and feels nice as well. I mean, I guess this would be far more better if you're using it, because it's not going to scratch you, whereas this you can feel it scratching you, but it doesn't make any difference to me. It still feels nice. Yeah, I think that's it really. So again, support your local crystal store. If you haven't already become a subscriber on Mark Bajerski Crystals channel, get yourself over there and watch the one of over 300 crystal videos that I've made. And also thank you so much for supporting Mark Bajerski Crystals and incense and oils by going to markbajerski.com. And yeah, I hope you enjoy one of these beautiful crystals that I'm about to upload as much as I loved working with them in these past couple of weeks. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Love you all.